Hello, everyone. I'm Markeia McCarty, the Community Director for Hunters Entertainment, and we have an amazing experience for you today. Of course, we're doing the Alice is Missing Silent Falls expansion Kickstarter right now. Go ahead and check us out. You can go to bit.ly/AIM Silent Falls and go to Kickstarter, look for Hunter's Books. But today we have the Silent Falls expansion actual play, and we have amazing human beings that are going to be able to share this experience with us. Some of them have played Alice before. Most of them, this is their first time, so don't tell them anything. So please, let's go around. Can you introduce yourselves and then also introduce your character that you will be doing for this new expansion? Tanya, if we could start with you.
Hey, I'm Tanya, also known as Cypher Tier Online. Pronouns are she, her. And I am playing Hollis Briarwood, Alice's slightly younger sister. So let's see what happens. Wow. The siblings' pronouns are she, her. Thank you.
Jay Foster.
Oh, me. Hi, I'm Jay Foster, or Small Initiative, as some as you may know. I'll be playing Jordan Foster, which will be super hard for me to get that name right. And I am playing Alice's childhood friend as well.
Nice. Omega.
Hi, everybody. My name's Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard, he, they pronouns. You know me from many spaces. I don't need to go into all those details right now. Today, I am playing Stephen Yates, he, they pronouns as well, because I said so. And they're Alice's ex-boyfriend. We'll see some shenanigans there.
Excellent. And I'm Markeia McCarty. I am she, they pronouns, and my character will also be she, they pronouns. And with that, I am Morgan Bridges. Morgan Bridges, if you know the original Alice game, it replaces Charlie Barnes. This is the one who moved away. So, yes. So this actual play will be completely focused primarily on the expansion. So this isn't one if you're trying to figure out how to play Alice is Missing, because we are going to zoom through the character creation so that we can get to the gameplay element. That being said, let's go ahead to the actual introduction screen here where we see our missing person. This is our Alice Briarwood, 16, missing since December 19th. She's taller than me. Everyone's taller than me. But for the introduction, Silent Falls is a small coastal forest town in the heart of Northern California. It's quiet here, and since the recession a few years ago, people are not as friendly as they used to be. It's been a rough few years for everyone. The major high school in town, Franklin Academy, lies nestled in the wooded hills on the east side. It's the last day before winter break, and students shuffle down the hallways, dusting off a light powder of snow from their jackets. It's cold today. Down the main corridor, past the barren trophy case and peeling Franklin Academy decal plastered on the wall, hangs a bulletin board. A cluster of students are gathered at it, and around the edges we see old posters for student body elections, sign-ups for football next year, and reminders about the upcoming senior ball littered around like mousetraps. But as the students part, we land on the flyer they were all huddling around, and that is the missing person flyer that we have here for Alice Briarwood. Now, for our character creation for this game, we have already gone through and established our characters and relationships, but just so that everybody at home knows what we are dealing with this. Again, if you want an Alice is Missing OG game of how to go through these steps, we have that at youtube.com/huntersbooks. We have 2 different versions there if you want to check that out. But so for myself, Morgan Bridges, for the background, I have here, I decided what kind of teenager Alice was. And I said that Alice is a jock, complete jock. Girl was born with a ball in her hand, or just like the God's gift to dominate in every sport. It's rare when she doesn't have a ball that she's throwing in the air. So Jordan Foster, what background did you give our Alice?
I said that we, being childhood friends, that we used to tell each other absolutely everything, no matter what kind of like nitty gritty details it was. There wasn't anything that wasn't on the table between us. But recently, she's been getting distant and sometimes defensive when I start to pry.
Stephen Yates, the ex-boyfriend, what kind of background did you give our Alice?
I mean, no. Yeah, the background states as you're getting closer to Alice, what about her personality surprised me the most? And I said that I was shocked that she had a much more like high octane gung ho personality about her. Like for some reason, even though she is jock-ish, a jock as am I guess, didn't expect her to go as far. Being the one to, jump out of something that she wants to, or parkour, gets those extremities that, go, oh, you're really doing that. Yeah, she just kind of shocked me with how, for lack of a better word, abrasive, but like more active and daring that she was.
I like this, Alice. I'd be friends with her.
Facts.
So Hollis Briarwood, the younger sibling, your background is Alice always lies to others about something to protect you both. What is she trying to hide? What background did you give our Alice?
The background for Alice is that her lies are sometimes little white lies to protect us, where she worries about me getting hurt, especially, since we don't quite know where Dad is anymore. And sometimes they're big lies to save herself, to save face with the other older kids. And she just thinks that they're so cool and she wants to impress them. But she often forgets about me, her little sister. And the more that she lies, the harder it is to trust her.
And what's your age compared to Alice? If we're putting Alice at 16, 17 years of age?
I'm about a year and a half younger.
Okay. So if she's 17, like maybe 16, 15, yeah. 15 and 3/4.
15 and 7/8?
Yeah. Okay, so something new with the expansion is normally when you see our drive cards that we have here at the bottom where it has motive and then relationship, we are replacing those with all new relationships. So we have chosen relationships from our new relationship cards that are involved with this particular expansion. Like there are 38 new cards, and so we're going to be playing with new relationships for the first time. So for the relationships that I chose for Morgan, with Stephen Yates, me and Stephen, we have each other's backs. Tight. With Morgan Bridges and Jordan Foster, I know that Alice likes you more than she likes me. So I know it. You can't hide it. You really can't. And then for Hollis, and I made sure to get consent with all players for this before choosing this. We kissed once. It won't happen again. So, Jordan, what are your relationships that you chose?
I chose for Hollis that I know you won't judge me. I was childhood friend of your sister. Like, we're cool, right? And then for Stephen, I picked that I'm intimidated by you. There's something about your presence that just sets me off.
Stephen?
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, my first relationship is with Jordan. I didn't mean to hurt you. Something clearly happened in the past, and whatever that is has made me intimidating and me trying to perhaps make amends, but I didn't mean to do what I did. My bad. Collateral damage. Also, Hollis, I care about you more than I'm willing to admit. At the end of the day, you are my ex's little sister. So I got you. If you need some Mike and Ikes, I'm gonna get you some Mike and Ikes. Like that's it. That's how it works here.
And Hollis, I think I took one of your relationship ones.
You did. I'm like,
sorry.
Well, I guess that's just the thing we got in common. Because we both don't have to feel the same way about that kiss, mind you.
That is true. That is true.
So safe to say for Morgan, we kissed once, and I don't know. We said it won't happen again, but I don't know. With Jordan, I know what you said, but I don't think you like me very much. And Steven, you're an ex for a reason. I don't know what Alice sees in you.
Ooh, I love it. So much is going to come out in this game. I cannot wait. So now that we have our character creation done, our clue set up, I have everybody on that page, and you can see this right here. We have already divvied out our clues. Like I said, if you want to know how to play original Alice is Missing, check out one of our other videos for it. But we have that taken care of. We are going to move forward to our starting hunches. So with the expansion, we have new cards here, new locations and new suspects. As you see here, we have the lighthouse on the Howling Sea Cliffs, you'll know from the original game. The Silent Falls Boardwalk is a new location that we have with this. And keeping in mind, everyone, that boardwalk can be sunny and fun and light, or it can be abandoned and decrepit. It literally depends on how it's going to come out in gameplay with our players. We have the old barn on Cambridge Street, which is from the original game. We have the abandoned Coloma mines, which is new for this expansion. And those abandoned mines I don't see sunny and fun when I think of mines, but who knows what's going to end up coming out in this if that happens to be one of our location cards. And we also have the Pine Harbor Motel. Who knows what's going to happen with that one. So for our suspects for this, we have David Nelson, the popular kid. You will recognize that from the OG Alice. Blake King, a new friend. How suspicious. This new friend just shows up. That is someone new for the expansion. Wayne Prescott, the local sheriff, as a suspect, also new for this expansion. So keeping in mind for content warnings for all of this, there's death, there might be police brutality, there might be police corruption that comes into all of this. We'll have content warnings like on the page when we go live with this so that you know that. We have Bria Brown, the bully. You will know Bria from the original game. And for our last new suspect character, we have John Briarwood, the estranged father. So having Hollis in play as a younger sibling, keep in mind that another content thing might be status issues or estrangement, parental relationships can be something that comes out to play. So make sure that you talk with your players about that before you do it. So yes, that is everything. And then also keeping in mind the searching cards that would be coming out. The first few should be our new expansion if anybody wants to utilize that mechanic. So we are going to, at this time, go ahead and synchronize our timers. Let me know that everybody is on the timer page with a thumbs up. Okay. And now we'll start in 3, 2, 1.
Went down to the river, washed my sins away. Praying, 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 praying for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. My cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking. 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 I'm a dead man. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. No one seemed to notice as I stared. I went down to that river to wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water, I washed my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man.
Hey, Alice, it's Morgan Bridges. You know that. Well, in any case, surprise. I'm in Silent Falls for winter break. I mean, I know it's well, let's just say that my mom's new fiance takes some getting used to, and I'd rather just spend my winter break with friends. So I'm out here staying with my grandma again. So, in any case, I did want to talk to you about the message you left me. You wanted advice on like how to move out and away from Silent Falls, like getting a cosigner and all that other stuff. I want you to call me back so we can have a real conversation about this. Because why would you want to leave Silent Falls? I mean, you love it there. You love everything there. I mean, your Silent Falls is like Golden Star. In any case, give me a call back.
Hey, I'm just calling you back because, I don't. Listen, I know things ended roughly for us, but you know that I still care about you. And I'll be there in a moment's notice, you just have to ask, but I don't know why you think people wouldn't care about you when you leave. You were my world. And many people care about you. I'm just calling to make sure that everything's okay. And if you need me, you know where to find me. And I know where to find you, so don't think you can run away from me. That ain't how this works. Alright, call me back. Or text, or whatever y'all do nowadays. Alright.
Hey, Alice, it's Jordan. I'm just making sure that we're still good for Saturday. I'm super looking forward to hanging out with you again. It's been a little while. And look, I wanted to talk to you about what happened the other day. It's totally fine. I pushed you too hard. I was asking too many questions. I was prying too hard. I've just been worried about you. And I just need to make sure you're okay. I just need my best friend back. I miss you.
Alice, it's Hollis. I know what was in your room. You should tell the others what it was before I do.
All right, mic's back on, everyone. All right. How is everyone feeling? We're going into the debrief of everything right now. Just breathe for a second. First impressions, let's just go ahead and get those out. But go ahead and breathe.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fine.
You don't have to be fine. That's the great thing about this debriefing. Okay. So I just want to check in. And everybody feelings wise. This game brings about unexpected and difficult feelings. I just want us to be mindful about everything that's transpired, like in the last 90 minutes. So let's, just go ahead and let's discuss some things that happened there. There's a debrief card that comes with everything. So, how do we feel? Is everyone okay?
Surprisingly, I'm okay. The music stressed me out a lot.
Oh my gosh, that soundtrack, it's so good.
Yeah, it knows how to invoke. I mean, I've talked about music, being a musician, it can invoke certain emotions when you need it. So whoever designed that track and that music, that's some good stuff.
That was hand curated by the creator, Spenser Starke. And because of where we are in the Kickstarter right now, there will be a new 90-minute soundtrack that will be with this expansion. So it'll be an entirely different feel of everything.
I don't know if I can take that.
Yeah, but I think I'm good. I'm okay now. Out of character, I'm great. Steven's going through it, but I think I'm okay. I definitely was feeling some last words was hitting me.
Oh, yeah.
It's hitting me hard.
Oh, speaking of that, are there any loose ends in the narrative that we need to tie up? It seems like Steven has some like loose ends. How about we speak on that? Bring that out.
I mean, Alice leaving he is going to jail. So in my mind, because at my 20-minute card, I had to come up with a reason why I couldn't go get her. That's the only reason Steven never volunteered himself to go, because he would have went. But I had to come up with a reason. And so with Blake and David being there, I'm like, okay, then clearly I did something to Blake, and Blake has something on me and Alice, which is where the car accident thing came into play. So then like all that got brought up, and I don't know if it's necessarily a loose end or a loose end that needs to be tied up. I just think that's just gonna be something that sits. That's Steven part 2. Like everybody else gets to, just think on it. I mean, it's some personal feelings for sure, but that's a whole nother level that I did not expect.
How about you, Jay, with Jordan Foster? Is there any loose ends in the narrative that we need to tie up?
I think that was a pretty sorrowful but good, like written, not written, improved ending to that whole. Like it's a sad ending for Jordan. Like all he wanted was his friend back. He wanted his quote unquote little sister around again, and then through the actions of other people, and maybe because he didn't press enough initially, like he ends up losing everything.
We go through that in life, right? We feel like, if we push too hard, we'll push people away, but then it's also, did we push enough?
Yeah.
Tanya, did Hollis have any loose ends in the narrative that you want to tie up?
She really wanted to give Steve one more punch in the face, especially after learning about the accident. And, because even though, the way that Omega was playing this character, he still cares for Hollis. Hollis very much blames Steve on a base level for how much her sister changed.
It's, yeah. I think it is fair to say, without even realizing it, that car accident probably was the catalyst for a lot how we've been playing it out. So I'm like,
You know what? Like, well, it was nice knowing you all. I'm going to go cry now. I'm not going to actually cry, but I just feel like that's a Steven move. Like, or the tears will come as he's getting carted away for unintentional vehicular manslaughter.
Yep, that's a lot. That's a lot there. There's a lot there.
There was a lot to process in that moment.
Yep.
I think a loose end for Morgan is trying to reconnect with Hollis after what she said. She's confused about who she is and what she wants. And honestly, I think really she was very selfish coming back and messaging Hollis in the way that she did with, saying her nickname and everything. It was very selfish. And I think that Hollis should cut her loose, I'll be honest. But I think there might be.
Hollis went.
We don't know where Hollis went. All right, so everyone, is there something from your character that you'd like to carry with you out of this? And conversely, one thing you'd like to carry, one thing you'd like to leave behind and never touch again. So just. I would like to leave behind Morgan's selfishness. That's something I don't need more of that in my life. I'm gonna leave that behind, but I am going to carry with me the open vulnerability that Morgan discovered with coming home and realizing that these are her people. So I will take that with me because I should be more vulnerable in real life. It doesn't have to be that deep, y'all. and it's okay to pass on it. I have a whole outro.
I'll go ahead.
No, you go.
For Hollis, kind of taking with her being more guarded and not being so kind of wide-eyed about the world, as a teenager, and also is something I should leave behind as well as his character, assuming the worst out of people, because she really just went in on the assuming the worst out of everyone. But she's also been seeing her sister kind of drift away, so yeah.
I think I'm going to leave behind Steven's guilt. One, I definitely don't need that. But two, I wanted to frame it, and I could have framed it in multiple ways, but I thought it would be a more open choice, especially because this is a game of improv. At the end of the day, it's typing, but it's improv. I wanted to make sure that it was both of their decisions, not like Steven coercing the woman to do this thing. Like that has some ickiness behind it in itself. So I wanted to make sure that it was an equal thing, but at the end of the day, he still was a catalyst for a lot of it. Both of them were. So I just want to leave that part of him behind because we don't need that. But I'm going to carry away his goofiness. Sometimes you need. I loved that one of my motives is like I try to use humor and make people smile to mask the fear. So like those gifts were not like CB being silly. That's him being like boom, like in a private message. When I was talking with Jordan Jay, he's like he's going in. I'm like, don't forget, I'm Batman and you're Robin. So that's why like in the main chat I put that gift. They were like, you got this. Just don't do too much. So like yeah, I thought that was a nice touch for him.
Man, I don't know what I'd take with me. I know I'd leave behind the analysis paralysis. So like a big part of Jordan's motives was to continue asking questions, but it didn't actually give any directive about actually doing something himself. So that's why everything was question marks the whole time. And what are we doing? What's this? What's that? Like rather than actually going and doing it yourself. And that's actually something I struggle with in real life as well, just through, thinking about things too much rather than just doing. But take with me probably the amount that he poured into his friendships. I think that's a good thing to take from that character.
I agree with that. I just think in friendships in general, when we find our tribe, to be vulnerable and to pour more into it. And I'm you know what? I'm going to use that as a takeaway for me as well. Gosh, all of you. Yeah, we can continue debriefing off camera, but for everyone out there, I hope that you have been moved as we have been for this. This has been Alice's Missing the Silent Falls expansion actual play, and I've been able to do this with these absolutely amazing people. You've seen them all over the internet, and some of them it was their first time doing Alice, and maybe it was your first time experiencing it with us. Everyone, if you have anything that you'd like to promote or just your socials, please feel free. Let's do in reverse order from before. So Omega, if we could start with you. Oh, you're muted.
I knew that. Hi, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. Critical Bard across all social media channels. You can find me everywhere at Critical Bard, TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, not Tumblr. I lied. Do not go to Tumblr. I'm not on Tumblr. As far as things coming up, you can always catch me on Mondays at youtube.com/Realmsmith. Actually, watch this instead, but I'll be doing a live Q&A with my Realmsmith cast tonight. At the same, well, probably already happened because timey-wimey stuff. But still, you can catch me there, and just a plethora of places. I'm going to be at PAX East coming up, and other things that have yet to be announced. That's me.
Excellent. Jay Foster.
Me, yes, I'm Swole Initiative, mostly on Instagram, but Twitters and TikToks and things as well. And then I play on the Swole Initiative Network, which is Twitch channel, and GM on there as well. So yeah, we got a lot happening over there.
Tanya.
I'm Cyphertier everywhere, CYPHEROFTYR. What I've got coming up is we are in the final season of Realms Waterdeep, longest running all POC cast, season 15 of almost 5 years. Next episode is this upcoming Sunday, which is 6 of 12 of our final episodes. And then I too will be at PAX East, and actually Omega is on a very important panel that we are doing there about content creation and, I don't know, being an influencer in this economy. And I don't know, maybe clout chasing, but it'll be streamed. It'll be great. I'll be bitter and party of 6. So come see that if you're at PAX. It will be streamed. Find me online. I stream on my own channel, long form RPGs, chatting, mini painting. I do a little bit of everything, master of none. So this has been great. My first time playing Alice, and I need to go decompress and feel all the feels.
Right? Oh my gosh. Everyone out there, I'm the community director for Hunters Entertainment. Thank you so much for watching this and experiencing this actual play with us. The Alice's Missing Silent Falls expansion Kickstarter is live right now. We are dropping this recorded VOD at 5 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. If you're seeing this, and our Kickstarter ends at 12 midnight, March 14th, which is a Tuesday in Pacific time zone. So go ahead and back it so that you can get there's so many Kickstarter exclusives, like you don't even understand, like our keepsake experience where you can actually have memorabilia from Silent Falls. Like we're talking motel keys. We're talking other add-ons like t-shirt, of course, the new 90-minute soundtrack that you can have with this. But for me personally, if you like to follow me on things, at Markeia McCarty, that's MarkeiaMcCarty. If you want to stream with me or do something TikTok-wise, that's Darth Markeia, as in Vader, yas. And if you want to see some of these upcoming panels that I have online, I am going to be with Big Bad Con on March 31st. I'm doing a panel pitching you how you should pitch yourself once you're in your room, or how to pitch yourself to get in the room. And then April 1st, and it's not a It's not a Fool's Day thing. It's kickstarting your TTRPG, also with Big Bad Con online. So go ahead and check that out. I'll put that on my socials. But everyone, I've been blessed to be able to have this experience with you. Thank you. And y'all out there, hit Hunters Entertainment up on our socials. Let us know about your experiences with Alice. And if you've already backed the Kickstarter, then spread the word for it, because we got one more day, y'all. So until then, we hope that you continue playing great games with great people.